Hello and welcome to Sean GCW Gaming. This is episode 3 of our kind of playthrough Dark Souls. Today we are going to try and finish Undead, this part of Undead, and hopefully fight the boss. Whoa, that was extremely laggy. Are we good now? Are we good? Oh wait, those guys are dead. Hang on. I was doing a sound check to make sure everything was working fine, and in the process I killed some people, so I just want to reset the bonfire. So there's nothing missed out. Actually, it was only these guys I killed, so you didn't miss out on anything anyway. Oops. Come on then. It's fine. It's dead. Thing here. I did actually see some summon signs when I was wandering about, but they seem to have disappeared now. I won't see too many summon signs because I'm too low a level to see them. I could level up, but I probably won't. I like to save leveling up till I know exactly what I want to get, and I can stay at level 1 now. That should be fine. Anyway, I'm going to run across this bridge while these guys throw fire bombs at me. Run! This area in here always kind of bewilders me, because the first time you play through it, there's these two guys in the room, and then this guy comes through after you've had enough time to kill them. But any other time you play it through, this guy here always shows up at the entrance after the bridge, before you even get in the room. He's there, and it's why does he run ahead every other time, but the first time he just kind of stays put? The answer to that question I will never know. Maybe if I close this door, that will make the difference. Because maybe it's opening that door that slows him down. Anyway, another enemy in here that likes to sneak up behind you and kill you. Well, not kill you, sneak up behind you and attack you if you just ignore him. And then there's another hidden enemy in here that causes you not much bother whatsoever, but, you know, it's basically souls that I want to get, because every little helps. There are actually only black fire bombs in here, so I don't know why I'm wasting my time trying to get these, because I'm never going to use them. I know I'm never going to use them, but why not have them? You know, as I said, I think I said this before, it's not like you can sell stuff in Dark Souls, you can only buy stuff. If you could sell stuff, that'd be really cool. Now there's these 3 guys here. Now, as I said before, in Dark Souls, it's good to be patient. As much as I want to run in there and kill all 3 of them, I'm not as powerful as I used to be. I won't, get away with it. There's a good chance I can die doing that. So I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to take these guys down the best way I know how. Now I can go after this guy. See, a bit of patience and it makes situations a whole lot easier. Boom. There was a lot of slowdown there. Anyway, I'm gonna go up here. I don't have to go up here, but there's an item up here, and I think it's valuable. Although I could be horribly wrong. I probably am horribly wrong. But I like to fight these guys because it is fun to just. Ooh, he's gonna throw something at me. It's fun to do this. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. He hit that post. That was very lucky. This is what I meant to do. It's fun to do that. Gosh. Oh, it's just a soul of a lost and dead. That was not worth it. But I have it now. No, don't try jumping. But I rated it up because it's funny. Because someone will try jumping. Don't try jumping, please. You will just die. I believe. Okay. I'm going to come down here. Now, once again, in typical Dark Souls fashion, you go down there to fight those guys, but of course, there's an archer up there who will keep shooting arrows at you if you do that. Not cool. So we're going to come up here and kill him first. Oh. Yep, just take that arrow to the face. That's how you play Dark Souls. You just stand there and take an arrow to the face. Anyway, I'm going to come in here. I used the residence key there, but if you don't want to kill that merchant where you get the residence key, or you don't want to buy it off him, then the master key just opens that door anyway. So that's why it's good to have the master key, because it stops you having to buy keys within the game. or find them even. But there are a few keys in which you have to find anyway. And that gold pine raisin there is going to be very useful for something we're going to fight in just a second, but I'll explain more about that once we actually get there. As for now, I'm going to fireball these guys. Ooh. Okay, I was hoping to get two at once there, but that doesn't really matter. Yep, just kick him in the face. Okay, that's them done with. I'm actually going to heal here because there's a little bit of a tricky situation coming up. Kind of. Just jump! Yes! Cleared it. But if I got hit by that, I believe it would have done quite a bit of damage, so I just wanted to heal up in case I got hit by it, and then that guy charged down the stairs and like stabbed me in the face before I could get up. That would have killed me, and I don't want that to happen. Be wary of close range battle. That doesn't really make sense, but I'll rate it up anyway because he's probably telling us something. Boss ahead. Master key can be used to open up that door down there. There's a guy at the bottom that is quite tough to kill, will kill me in one hit right now, but he drops a very good item, so I'll go and fight him later. Boss ahead, thank you very much. And of course, there's a boss through there. We're not going to fight them right now. First we're going to come to these barrels. There's usually signs at these barrels to warn you that there is of course a lizard in here, which is very good because it gives you... Oh, it only gave me 2 twinkling titanite. Right. As I said, like, Fraps didn't record this part of the game and I had to redo it. I got up to here, and last time I came here it gave me 2 twinkling titanite shards and 2 large titanite shards, which is obviously much better. Those 2 large titanite shards are actually more valuable to me. I didn't get them, but still, I got 2 twinkling titanite shards, so I can't complain. But they can't be used till later on in the game, and the large titanite shards are just a little bit more valuable earlier on. But all of it you can buy once you get to Anor Londo. So again, like, if I keep going down that bridge, the boss will eventually show up. But of course, there's going to be these archers shooting at me if I just go down there. Dark Souls is very good at making things as, like, tricky as possible, or as cruel as possible is probably the best word. Not unfair, just cruel. So, now I'm going to get out that item that I picked up earlier. In fact, I might as well get rid of them because I definitely don't need them. This gold pine resin, no one said it outside the door, but usually you get a wee message outside the door quite regularly. Weakness, lightning. And that is very good advice because this boss is in fact weak to lightning. And this gold pine resin here that I went and got from that room actually applies lightning damage to my weapon. So that is very, very valuable indeed. It's going to make this boss a bit easier. Now, this is kind of a cheesy way to fight this boss, but, you know, it's it's the best way to fight this boss, I feel. It actually can cause more problems, though, because, like, when I was fighting the first boss in the tutorial, I said not every boss gives you the luxury of being able to jump on its face to deal loads of damage. This one fortunately does, but as you can see, it doesn't deal that much damage. It's still extra damage though, and it kind of stuns him for a while. But now I am trapped in these stairs, so that is not what I want to happen. Okay, I'm good. I did not want to get stuck on those stairs. Let's dodge into him. A good thing to note about this boss is the safest place to be is like right underneath him. He's like, he's trying to hit me, and he can't really do it. And a lot of the bosses in Dark Souls are like that. If you just be like really aggressive and get right up in the boss's faces, usually they can't actually hit you from there. But don't do that for every boss, because there are some bosses that have special moves that if you stand close to them, they'll like kill you in one hit. But that boss particularly there, there's very little he can do to hit you when you're like right underneath his feet, and you can attack him and he can't attack you. So that's always a good situation to be in. Okay, so we're going to continue on. This is moving a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to. But I'm happy that boss is dead. Got a large soul, lost undead. And we're going to keep going down. And down again. Actually, it's going to take a wee bit longer because we need to talk to Slayer and stuff. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to meet one of the kind of the most memorable NPCs in the game, I would say. He's a good friend. Well, he's a good friend if you want him to be your friend. I mean, you could just kill him right now if you wanted to, but I don't recommend that. He's a nice guy. We're going to go and talk to him. This is Slayer.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. Do you find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So something to notice is most characters in Dark Souls like to end their conversations with a really creepy laugh. And all of them are a bit strange. Solaire here, he is on a journey to find his son, and he likes staring at the sun here. No wonder, I mean look, it's really pretty. But anyway, that's kind of his storyline. Each time you meet him, he's talking about his search for his son. But anyway, I'm going to keep talking to him because he's going to say a little bit more and also give me an item that is going to be very useful.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yes, I do have a moment to hear you out, good friend.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yes, that sounds good.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Thank you.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Again with the creepy laugh. Okay, so he was kind of explaining in a bit like of a complicated language. One of the main co-op ways to do co-op in Dark Souls, if that sentence made sense. Anyway, I was talking about it earlier. That's summoning. He gave me the white sign soapstone, so now I can put down my white sign soapstone. Wait. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That was silly. Oh well. I'm probably going to need that in a minute, which is why it annoys me. Because there are other bosses that are weak to lightning, and it's not something you want to waste. Because if you die, then that's it gone. You don't get it back. Anyway, so I can put down summon sign like that, and for me it just says cancel summon sign, which I am going to do. But for everyone else it will say, do you want to summon Sean JCW, and they can say yes. And then if I get summoned, I will be summoned into their world to help them fight a boss. And it's quite fun. That's where, you know, it's that and Invasions are the two best forms of online play in Dark Souls. Also, we're about to see in a second here, that dragon from earlier. He's going to breathe fire, like the horrible thing that he is. He's going to lag up my screen ridiculously, but he's also going to kill everything on that bridge and give me loads of souls. So, I can't hate on him for that. There is an archer there. I want that archer to die. Oh well, I'm not going to risk my death for that archer to die. So, that bridge, like, I swear, the first time I ran across this bridge, I managed to make it down those stairs without getting hit. But now, every time I ran across there, I've always got hit. So I'm contemplating, like, this has went quite quickly, I'm contemplating just continuing on, but I don't know how far I want to continue on is the thing. I thought that was going to take about 10-15 minutes, it looked as if, maybe it's taking 10 minutes, good check the time. But anyway, that's a shortcut, that's a really important shortcut. The first time I found that, I just jumped off the edge. I didn't, I noticed the kick ladder, but I didn't pay attention to it. I saw it said press A, there was a sign there as well, and I never read it, I just jumped down. And then all that area there that I just went through, I had to go through all that again, because I rested at the bonfire and everything reset, and it was horrible. That was my first time playing, so it was actually really difficult to get through that area again. I'm going to level up a bit here, maybe. Because another thing important to remember is, invaders are balanced because they have to be lower level than you, so right now no one can invade me because I'm level 1. which is kind of my failsafe. So if I level up, I can be invaded. But the other thing is, for summons, you need to be in with a 10% level of them. So if I'm level, say, 10, they need to be a level 9, 10, or 11 for me to summon them. So if I'm level 1, they need to be a level 1 for me to summon them. And there aren't a lot of people level 1 wanting you to summon them, so I'm going to level up. I want to level up strength, and I want to level up dexterity. And let's go one more health and vitality. And that's all our souls gone. That's actually quite good. And the reason I did that is because I can equip now my better weapon. That Uchi Katana that I got. It's 14 strength and 14 dexterity to wield it. And as you can see, as we're about to see, this does a lot more damage. I should be able to kill these guys. Oh no, I can't kill them in one hit. I guess I need to upgrade it first. But it is better, trust me. I know what it is now. The axe does 80 damage per hit, or like it says that, it does actually do a bit more. Or like it comes up as a bit less on their screens because they're wearing armor. But yeah, the axe is 80, this does 90, so it's instantly 10% better. Sorry, 10%. Yeah, it's plus 10. But every time you upgrade it, this gets, like, it goes from 90 to 99 and then adds on 9 every time, whereas the axe only adds on 8 every time. So as this gets upgraded, it stacks to be better and better. And it can end up being a very, very powerful weapon when you upgrade it. So I'm just kind of going through these guys to see if things are a little bit easier now. And I'm going to continue on a wee bit. I know where I'm going to stop. I'm going to continue on a wee bit though. I prefer to stop at like bonfires and stuff, but that doesn't really matter. I know where I'm going to stop. I'm going to fight like a wee mini boss first, and then I'll end the video. In fact, I might as well go to the next bonfire. This video could be a bit longer, but I might as well. I don't see why not. We'll see. So I'm making up this ladder. Don't do either. Don't just jump off that ledge. Make sure you put down that shortcut because it's so much better. And that's the other thing. Like Dark Souls is very good in the sense it does give you shortcuts. Bonfires are quite far apart, but there's always like shortcuts taking you back, and they're never too far away. Like they seem unfair. They seem ridiculously far away the first time you play it, but after the first time you play it, it's not bad. And see that tail there? If you repeatedly shoot it with arrows, you will get the Drake Sword, which is considered to be a very overpowered starting weapon. Yes, it is, but as you get further and further into the game, it becomes really weak, and you can't really upgrade it very well. Whereas other weapons you can upgrade to be better than a Drake Sword. So I don't like it at all. I used it the first time I played through the game, and then I just found it ridiculously easier when I wasn't even using a Drake Sword. I can't remember, it was something like a long sword I was using. I just upgraded that and it was much better. This room I hate. On the way in it's not so bad, but see, trying to make your way back, it's horrible. Because these rats just get all up in your grill and they ruin your day, and they poison you as well if you let them attack you. As you can see, that wee meter filling up, once that gets full I get poisoned. I'm going to try and not let it fill up, but I never know how to handle these rats. It's only those 3 rats. Every other rat in the game I am perfectly happy with. I like them because you can farm humanity off them if you have a high... I can't remember the name for it, but you can increase your item drop. I think it is just called item drop. So if you put that to like as high as it possibly can be, you can farm humanity from a group of rats down in an area called the depths quite easily. So I hope to do that. Okay. I decided to parry him and it worked. Thank goodness. Okay, we're gonna fight that boar there. Now, you kind of have to cheese this boar a bit because otherwise, he can do a lot of damage to you very quickly. He can kill you very quickly, is what I mean to say. So we're gonna come through here. We're gonna aggro that guy. We're also gonna get the attention of that guy. And the one to our right moves rather slowly, so we're gonna step back a wee bit. And we're going to jump attack this guy, or heavy attack, whatever. I wanted to jump attack, but it never worked. Anyway, there we go. Now there's this guy. Of course, best way to deal with these guys, kick their shield off, and heavy attack. That boar looks rather... Oh gosh, it's going to charge. Okay. I did not want it to start charging right now. I wanted to wait a wee bit before it got angry, but that's okay. So gotta dodge these I was gonna say gotta dodge those arrows while trying to kill this guy. Oh, that's not what I meant to do! Oh gosh. Okay, back off. Back off. Wait till these arrows fire. Estes. Okay, now running. Okay, we're good. Okay, that guy's dead. That makes the situation a lot easier now. Because these guys... Oh, that arrow missed me. I'm glad it did. Okay, if I heavy attack, I should be able to attack both of them at once. Yes, that's how I wanted that to work. Okay, there we go. That's that situation made a lot easier, but it is a little concerning that that guy's already angry. I did not want him to be angry already, and there's a guy gonna run up those stairs and try and flank me. I'm gonna go and intercept him. He should be coming up now. Yes, there he is. Okay, right on. Oh, that parry did not work. You do not want your parries to fail because you can end up in a very bad situation when that happens, because it leaves you quite vulnerable. But fortunately he got stunned while I got stunned, so he wasn't able to attack me. Oh, the bull is so annoying. Okay. Run. Run. Okay. Did we make it? We made it. We made it. Okay, now with this guy, what we're going to do is we're going to attack his butt. We are going to chop his butt up, and eventually we're going to kill him. And as you can see, the Uchikatana does a fair bit of damage to this. If I get out my hand axe, try and attack this guy. Hey, come back here. I need to kind of aggro him, get him to charge at me. Oh! If I use my hand axe on him, see I only do like 5 damage and I get knocked back, so it's just not good at all. The Uchikatana is much better. The Uchikatana also causes bleed, as I said, which if the bleed meter builds up, I only did 5 damage that time as well. Oh, it's because I was dual handing it before. Never mind. But I assure you the hand axe does less damage. Okay, this guy's also weak to fire, so I can finish him off with fireballs, but I kind of want to keep my fireballs at the same time, because they can be very valuable for a few enemies we're going to fight in a second. That is that guy dead, and I'm going to continue on. I'm going to go to that next bonfire, even if it means this video is a wee bit longer than the others. That is fine, because I'd rather just get to that other bonfire rather than stop here and start again. Okay. So this bit is a little bit of a trap because, of course, hidden enemies. Oh gosh, I forgot about that one. So let's do that, because that'll kill him in one hit. And again. Okay, gonna heal up again before I fight these two, because although these guys are the weakest enemies in the game, they still can catch you by surprise if you're not paying attention, like I wasn't earlier. And the other thing I love about the Uchikatana is it's just got such a wide range, so you can attack a load of enemies at once. And that can be incredibly valuable when you're fighting lots of these guys, and they will keep returning in greater and greater numbers to ruin my day consistently. Yeah, so I like the Uchikatana, and I'll later upgrade to a lightning Uchikatana, which is just ridiculously good for online play. When you're doing invasions, the Uchikatana is really good. Because that bleed effect can just like really take down a player quite quickly, because as I said, it takes off 30% of their total health. That's a huge chunk of health to just take off right away. That doesn't do it right away, but you know, if their bleed meter fills up, and it can make the difference between winning and losing. The other weapon I'm going to get later on is more powerful than this. But it's just this bleed effect that makes this weapon my first pick. A lightning Uchikatana is my first pick for invasions every time. It's my favourite weapon to do PvP with. I'm going to backstab this guy. Good tip, if you hold the forward button lightly, you can sort of walk slowly, and that allows you to sneak up on enemies without being heard. So I'm slightly worried for this situation. But that actually managed to reach him, which I'm surprised about. Now I'm going to pick up an even better shield. This is finally an example of a shield that blocks 100% of damage. It does not block magic damage or lightning damage very well. It does block fire damage quite well, is what I meant to say, which is useful for the things we're about to face soon. Okay, so let's continue on. We're gonna fight this guy. Die. Okay, that's that guy out of the way. He always just makes me curious because he seems like just such a random enemy to have lying about. I'm gonna run in here and run back because that will make a few people angry, including that guy right there. So I'm gonna fireball him because that's the best way I know how to deal with him. And he's gonna jump back and try and heal. But of course, you try and heal against me and I'm just gonna stab you in the stomach. Oh, that worked. I didn't expect that to work. I meant to actually kick him, but you know, if a normal attack works, then why not do it? Okay, so we're nearly at our next bonfire. Just 3 more enemies to go, and I'm fairly confident I can take them out. But yeah, I'm fairly confident. It's because I have my Uchi Katana. Last time I tried to come through this area was still using the hand axe. And it's not like it was immensely more difficult, but it just ended up in a few situations I didn't want to be in because I couldn't exactly do that. Like I'm just so much more used to the movement of the Uchi Katana and how it stuns enemies. It's just more what I'm used to. Okay, so as you can see, since I've leveled up, I can see a lot more summon signs. And for this next boss, I probably will summon in someone to help me. I don't need to. Usually I just fight this boss by myself, but you know, it's quite fun to go online with other people. So I'll do that next turn. And the boss is coming up quite soon. But first, we're going to take this route and we're going to rest up our bonfire and I'm going to end the episode. And next time, we're going to go and fight the next boss, which is when you're starting off the game originally, like you kind of fight that Taurus Demon, and it's like, oh, he's alright, you get by him fairly quickly, but this boss gave me so much trouble when I played through it the first time. Like I spent a couple of days on it and just kept dying and dying and dying, but I finally figured out a way to deal with them once I learned a bit more about the game. I watched videos online on how to beat them. I mean, I totally beat them by myself without any help whatsoever. So anyway, that's us rested up. We've saved here. If we die, we will return here. And I'm going to end the episode there. You can hear tinking in the background. Next episode, we will find out what that tinking is, and we will go take on the next boss. So I'll thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. I am getting so muddled up with my words. Learn to English, Sean. Learn to English. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.